And it's the Clippers coming in from out of town for this one. An interconference game today. We're live from Boston. It's the home of the Celtics. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Doris Burke courtside. And next to me, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr in the booth. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So for the Clippers right now, Barnes and Griffin at the 3 and the 4. Chris Paul is out there with Ginobili, and it's Splitter in the center position. Ginobili can't hit.
Manu Ginobili has always been one of my favorite guys to watch and an elite shooting guard on the court. I mean, the issue with him has been health. You know, last season he missed about a month with a tweaked hamstring, right as the Spurs went on their rodeo road trip.
Sullinger, no good. On defense, the Celtics. Paul dishes to Ginobili. Now Griffin inside. 6 on the shot clock. With the fadeaway. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Teague kicks to Ashik. To the left wing. Outside Teague. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Off target at the rim. Paul with the ball. Picked up by Teague. Teague against Paul. A 3 from Barnes. They get the rebound. The second chance effort. Out of bounds. Boston takes possession. Celtics ball. So it's Boston now. Looking for the first basket of the game. Sullinger with a screen for Teague. The dish to Korver. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Good solid defense on the perimeter there. Challenging the shot and not fouling.
Even the best shooters can be bothered by his defense.
Now here's Paul. Puts up a 3. Ashik comes up with the rebound. Teague kicks to Korver. Celtics passing it around. Boston, no good that time either.
Still scoreless after 4 attempts. Trying to take the lid off the basket.
Paul passes to Splitter. 6 to shoot. Paul goes in from outside the arc. That doesn't go either by Ginobili. Celtics have gone 0-4. Those are their first 4 field goals here. And taken away by Paul. There's Ginobili. That's good on the assist by Barnes.
Finally, somebody knocks down a shot. So far, it has not been pretty.
Pass to Ashik. Outside Bradley. Shot clock at 6. Korver, no luck.
Trying to get off the schneid here. 0 for 5. What's a schneid, by the way, Clark?
I don't know what to say. Now here's Barnes. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Manu Ginobili again. Celtics trail by 4. Outside Teague. He feeds it to Bradley. Korver dishes to Teague. 6 to shoot. The good-looking shot from the wing.
And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
Ginobili outside. Griffin a screen on Bradley. Ginobili attacking. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
You know, one story that didn't get a lot of press last season, 2 days after the Bledsoe trade had been given the go-ahead, the ownership tried to back out of it. The trade was already public news, and Doc Rivers actually threatened to quit before their ownership backed down.
Paul kicks to Ginobili. Back to Paul. Wide open. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
What was the defense doing there? He is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
Teague against Paul. From the line. Cannot hit. And for J.J. Redick, that shakeup must have been tough. His contract with the Clippers was contingent on the trade.
And Kevin, reportedly, Doc Rivers leaned on ownership pretty hard, saying, hey, I shook hands on this. Don't make me look bad here. Our reputation's at stake. It all worked out, but a reminder of the Clippers' rather dysfunctional past.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much of a debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
The Clippers have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And not a very strong free throw shooting team in general, guys. They shot 73% as a team a year ago.
And I know the free throw shooting is an area they focused on improving coming into this season.
That's his first personal foul. And there's the call on Matt Barnes. That is his first foul of the game.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Can't hit. Paul kicks to Ginobili. Good on the 13-footer. Ginobili's got 10.
He's hit the ground running here in the first, putting together a nice quarter offensively.
Teague, the pass to Washington. Misses the layup. Los Angeles leading by 5. Here is Paul. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. He dishes it to Griffin. No good. Now the Celtics take it the other way. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. The Clippers also making some changes. Davis comes in for Splitter. And it's Crawford in for Manu Ginobili. Paul kicks to Crawford. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. And the Clippers lead by 5. To the paint. No one near Turner as he lets it go. Hits the three-point bomb. Turner's got himself on the board with 3 there.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Here's Barnes. And he gets it to go. Boston's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Smart dishes to Turner. And here's Thornton outside. Here's Bass. And that one is hammered home.
You see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket.
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. J.J. Redick's checked in for Barnes. And it's Farmall for Chris Paul. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Brandon Bass now in his 10th season out of LSU. Pick and pop, power forward. That mid-range shot is a strength of his game, and he's really improved defensively the last couple of years as well.
And Bass is much more of an offensive-minded big man. At 6'8", he's not a big-time defender or rebounder. His job really is to space the floor and put...
Now here's Crawford. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Crawford's got his second bucket of the game to go.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. It gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Shot's good by Turner. And Brandon Bass earning the nickname No Pass Bass. His team more career turnovers than assists.
Yeah, but that's his role, Kevin. You know, when he's open, knock it down. And what I like about Bass is that he has improved his defense considerably. The last couple of years with Doc Rivers in Boston, that was something that Doc really emphasized.
Now here's Smart. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Farmar. Davis sets a screen. Farmar passes to Davis. Good, and Farmar gets the assist. Davis has got his first bucket in this one.
Farmar with a terrific pass there.
No one near Turner as he lets it go. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
Kicks it out to Crawford. Uncovered. Turner with the steal. And here we go with Thornton with nobody back.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Yeah, it really does allow your offense to flow better. When you can get out and run and get easy opportunities, then everybody gains confidence.
Here's Reddick following the bucket by the Celtics. Here's Griffin. He gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Blake Griffin, arguably the top posterizer in the game. Opponents don't like being embarrassed, and they'll take a hard foul on him if need be. And some have said that Griffin needs to retaliate for his own well-being. He's got to go back to some of those games.
Marcus Smart, a big physical power guard out of Oklahoma State. 6'4", 225, maybe a bit of a tweener, but he's a natural leader. Plays the game with a lot of passion and competitiveness.
You know, you talk about Marcus Smart's passionate nature. Of course, there was that incident last season.
Yeah, he confronted a fan in the stands in a game against Texas A&M, I think it was. He got heckled. Texas Tech.
It was Texas Tech.
Yeah,
yes.
Texas Tech. But he's a high-character kid, and I think that was just an emotional aberration that he learned from and will be better for it going forward.
And so here are the Clippers following the bucket by the Celtics. Feeds to Reddick. There's the triple. Rebounded by Smart. Celtics leading by 4. Outside for Thornton. Kept alive. That will count. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
How about the three-point shooting? The scoring has really come in bunches from long range.
Yeah, it seems like every time down the floor they're knocking down the triple.
Kyle Korver is out there with Jared Sullinger. Then there's Teague. Then it's Omer Ashik. And it's Bradley in the shooting guard. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Here's Sullinger. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Here's Paul. Great D that time from T.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And there's the feed. That's good. And so Teague with the assist. And now an 8-point Boston lead. Paul outside. A 3-ball. And that one's good.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Teague with the ball. He's picked up by Paul. Out to the right wing. Korver. And there's the call on Ginobili. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Teague kicks to Sullinger. Wide open. And again, it's Boston converting. Clippers trail by 7. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Yes, Kevin, Chris Paul, as you know, has accomplished so much in the NBA, but he's ready for that ultimate prize. As Paul said, that's the only thing that matters now. At this point in my career, I'm only focused on building for the postseason, because that's where you make your name, and that's where you make your imprint on history. He's looking to add to that wonderful legacy, guys.
He certainly is. Thanks, Doris.
Well, you can see that desire on the court. He's so focused.
Well, you know, head coach Brad Stevens of the Celtics is coaching a much different game in the pros than we see in college. I mean, a lot of differences. But if anybody can make that transition, I really think he's certainly the guy that could. He's bright. He's hard-working. He communicates well. He's innovative. Showed that innovativeness at the college level. So I think he's got all of the ingredients to become a college coach who is successful as an NBA coach.
Outside Teague. 5 on the clock. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Teague's got 6 points.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. That's not an individual matchup that's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
And Coach Stevens, analytically minded, Butler had a full-time statistician as one of his assistants.
Yeah, very new school in his approach. You might expect that from such a young guy, still in his 30s. Of course, he also needs to connect with his players. You know, and he's doing well. Despite the losses, the players really enjoyed playing for Stevens, and I think he's going to be an excellent coach.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Celtics?
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
I agree, and great offense, too. A lot of three-point shots right from the beginning. This team seems to have the touch tonight.
Dishes to Paul. It's stolen by T. And now it's Bradley with it. He can go all the way.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
They get it back. Splitter kicks to Barnes. Outside Teague. Sullinger with a screen for Teague. Bradley drives in. Sullinger dishes to Teague. Shot clock at 5. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Sullinger, no good. Clippers trail by 9. Lets it go with a 3. That's good from Ginobili on the assist by Paul.
Tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
Sullinger's screen on Paul. Kicks it to Korver. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him. Well, Manu has been getting it done. 13 points, and he's put one three-pointer on the board.
Yeah, he's got to take his time behind the arc.
And the Clippers making a change here. Griffin's checked in. Well, the Celtics had a lot of problems, Clark, in a number of places last year, but at home they just struggled to put up points.
And, you know, they hadn't been known for being a high-scoring team in recent years, but no amount of defense could have made up for their woeful offense.
Here is Paul after the basket by Boston. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And here is Teague. He's got 8. Oh!
Are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there.
The defense looking a little bit dazed now. A ferocious throw down there.
Not bad for a player of his size.
Not bad at all. How about that spring coming out of those legs?
Ginobili can't hit.
Boy, he's got a nice-looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, a lot of times he'll hit that shot regardless of the defense.
Back to Teague. Deflects the pass. There's the pick. Tries again. And Splitter pulls it down. Splitter's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And the pass to Ginobili. Griffin draws the double. Kicks it out to Paul. And here's Barnes for 3. And that one's good. Barnes has got 5 now.
You got to respect him out there. He can hit that shot.
Teague, the pass to Usher. Back to Teague. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
Jeff Teague, one of the quickest and most elusive point guards in the NBA. He's incredible in transition, and where he's really improved is in the half court. He's figured out how to carve up defenses off the dribble.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Bass comes in for Omer Asher, and Turner's subbed in for Avery Bradley. Griffin sets the screen for Ginobili. Rebound, Boston. Korver's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And Teague, a top-tier penetrator, a nice teardrop in the lane.
And he's an improved passer, too, Kevin. I like the confidence he's starting to play with now. Getting into the lane, he's elite when it comes to the assist-turnover ratio that point guards are measured by. And he continues to expand his offensive game as well.
Al Paul after Jared Sullinger's 3-pointer that didn't go. It's Ginobili with the drive. And here's Barnes for 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Well, that's 3 of the last 5 makes, having been behind the 3-point line. So, got to make some adjustments defensively.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first. Some changes for Boston. Etor Paparotti's checked in for Zellinger. Thornton comes in for Kyle Korver. And Smart subbed in for Jeff Teague. And then for Los Angeles, Glenn Davis is checked in for Splitter. Crawford comes in for Barnes. And it's Farmar in for Paul. Clippers trailed by 4. And Ginobili with the slam. There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
And a wide open look for Thornton. And the shot falls short this time.
You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post, Clark.
I do. I love it. Their rebounding has been outstanding. So important in a tight game.
Crawford kicks to Ginobili. Shoots from the elbow. That doesn't go either by Ginobili. Boston's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Clippers trail by 4. Now Farmar. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Crawford. Pops loose off the pick and hammers it home.
Well, that's a solidly executed pick play. I mean, it paid dividends with that nice dunk.
Exactly the result they were looking for.
Yeah, it worked so well. I mean, he got set, did not shuffle his feet. Really well done there offensively.
He doesn't really scare a defense at all. I've seen him miss quite a few just like those. Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
Now here's Smart. No one near Turner as he lets it go. Off target from three-point range. Crawford with the ball. Now guarded by Smart. Crawford drives in. In the corner, it's Farmar. No good from outside. Boston trails. Right side Turner. Pass to Smart. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Well, analytics are here to stay, and Marcus Smart is one of the higher rated prospects when you look at the analytics. He's got a high rate of steals and rebounds, which is always something that typically translates well to the program. Both of those things reflect his competitive spirit. And it's obvious this young man goes at it full throttle when he's on the court.
Griffin sets the screen for Ginobili. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, I liked what I saw from Blake Griffin, showing more assertiveness offensively, especially when Chris Paul was missing time with the separated shoulder. Blake averaged over 24 points a game last year. That was a career high.
And it's Turner off the drive. Boston again missing.
And his mechanics are just all out of whack now. He just has no feel for his shot.
Well, his numbers certainly back that fact up. I mean, he has gone ice cold here.
Now here's Ginobili. 19 points in the game.
And Griffin showing more and more comfort with his jump shot. Doc Rivers wants him facing up to exploit his ball handling and quickness. And I'll tell you what, when he's making that outside shot, he becomes basically unguardable.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Farmar dishes to Ginobili. Ginobili left side. 5 to shoot. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
Here's Bradley. The shot is off. And we're through 2 here and a good one. Celtics lead by 1. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. It's been one outstanding game from Manu Ginobili.
Well, he shot his share of free throws, that's for sure. I mean, he got to the line, drew contact, and you love getting to the free throw line. Easy points if you can get them.
Steve, I think they may have to rotate the defensive assignment on him from now on just to avoid foul trouble on any one player. I mean, he's drawing a lot of fouls on guys.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Barnes and Griffin at the 3 and the 4. Ginobili out there with Chris Paul. And it's Splitter in the center. And it's Bradley off the drive. Paul with the steal. Here's Barnes. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
Here's Korver for 3.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I wouldn't bet against him in that situation next time.
And here's Barnes for 3. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Teague, the pass to Asher. And here's Korver from the arc.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
Bradley against Ginobili. He kicks to Barnes. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. And it's 13 points for Barnes. Pass to Korver. And there's the call on Matt Barnes. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Into the 3rd we go. 2 minutes in now. Teague kicks to Asher. And he banks in the layup.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, if you just looked at assists as the measuring stick, they've been by far the better team.
Griffin dishes to Paul. Here's Ginobili. And Boston with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. They set the pick. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Well, we're into the 3rd quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's Barnes. And Boston with the rebound. Zellinger's got his 5th rebound in this one. The Celtics have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter. Now here's Teague. 12 points for him. 6 to shoot. Bradley passes to Zellinger. And Barnes comes to help. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Well, you often think of the Clippers as being an updated version of Showtime. They know how to grind out and get a win, too.
Yeah, I thought they were a little better defensively. They have guys that will certainly give you highlight reel material. But they're smart in how they attack teams and how they finish games, too.
J.J. Redick's checked in for the Clippers. Teague gets to Korver. Boston again missing.
Not a good look at the hoop. They've got to do a better job offensively creating some space.
And that one's good. Barnes.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Doc Rivers trying to help this Clippers team to the mountaintop. And Chris Paul said, I've never had a coach that wants to win as bad as I do, until Rivers. Rivers said, I'm just here to try to win. I always tell our players there's no guarantee to it. You have to be willing to get your hearts broken. Gentlemen.
He's getting him to lay it all on the line. Boris, thank you. And they get it back. Griffin sets the screen for Paul. Barnes can't get it to go.
Oh, that's got to be deflating and disappointing to miss a wide open shot like that right in your wheelhouse.
And now Redick pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
So Boston ends up going with a new group.
J.J. Redick, acquired by the Clippers going into last season. A great fit, but injuries really held him back. First, surgery to repair ligaments in his wrist, then a bulged disc in his lower back. Ended up playing just 35 games in the regular season.
Paul dishes to Redick. Pass to Griffin. Left side, Griffin. Shot clock at 6. Barnes with it. Picked up by Turner. The drive by Paul. And the layup's good off the glass. Paul's got 9. And Redick, were not for the injuries, was on base Clark for the best season of his 8-year NBA career.
Kevin would have been a career high in points per game. Great efficiency for Redick as well. He's flourished playing alongside former ACC rival CP3, Chris Paul.
Out to Turner. Lots of room. Nice jump shot. Good. Paul outside. The dish to Griffin. He feeds it to Redick. Griffin is green on Thornton. And Redick kicks to Barnes. The three-pointer, no good. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Clark and Steve, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither side really able to create much of a cushion at all. So, which team can make a little run here? We'll see.
Paul outside. He dishes it to Barnes. Off target from three-point range.
He's frigid from 3. I don't know what's worse, that he can't hit anything from out there or that he keeps on trying to.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Blake Griffin. All up top. 9 points in the game so far. Barnes kicks to Redick. Kicks it out to Crawford. But 3. Out to the right wing. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. For Los Angeles, they've had 15 tries at the line. They've made 10. The Celtics making a switch here. Ashik's checked in. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Davis is checked in for Splitter. There have been so many questions for the Boston Celtics the past 2 seasons. Who is going? Who's going to stay? Who should they build around? Tough to win with him.
Yeah, you got those kind of questions rolling around. It's hard to find your direction and stay on course.
The next step for the Celtics is going to be getting all this young talent to move together as a unit. Never an easy task for a coach.
Well, hopefully for Boston, they'll be patient. But really, I think they have a lot to look forward to here in this city, as the Celtics could be a scary team in a relatively short amount of time.
You know, if they're going to allow him to get to the basket like that, this lead's going to go from small to big pretty quickly as we go down the stretch.
And it's Turner off the drive. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Great defense there. You really have to challenge him at that range.
Crawford outside. No good with the triple.
I like the defense, guys, really getting a hand up and challenging shots.
Yes, Steve, lurking on that shot, and that was a tough one.
Almost surprised that he had that much room to work with.
Ball outside.
He saw that one was going long, and he tracked it down.
And there's the call on Matt Barnes. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
And that fourth foul might force him to scale back the aggression defensively a little bit. He does not want to pick up number 5.
Jordan Farmar. He's checked in for Chris Paul. Smart misses.
I tell you, the defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful. Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Well, that's important because this game, I think, is going to be decided by who controls the paint in crunch time.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Well, this last season was the Clippers' 30th in Los Angeles, and for a team that's long played in the Lakers' shadow, for the second season in a row, the Clippers were the best team in LA.
Some changes for Boston. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Asha. And it's Corver in for Marcus Thornton. Smart. Barnes grabs the miss. Farmar passes to Barnes. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Matt Barnes, really a good glue guy. Rebounds, defends. He's got better with his outside shot, and he can really run the lane. And he's always had a toughness and a fearlessness that I think a lot of coaches love.
Teague, he's checked in for Smart. And you look at advanced plus-minus measurements, Matt Barnes rates very well.
Not surprised by that, Kevin. He brings so much energy at both ends of the floor. He does a lot of those little intangible things that don't always show up on the stat sheet.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, Jamal Crawford has proven that no matter what role he plays, just call him buckets. He can flat out put the ball in the basket. You got to give him a lot of credit, though. He does change his game quite a bit depending on if he's coming off the bench or starting. I think that speaks to his IQ.
Here's Sullinger. Davis with some nice D.
That's an easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
It's tipped. Feeds to Farmar. And he gets the bucket. Farmar's got his first basket.
And as you said with Jamal, a lot of players can't really make that change between being a starter or a sub, but he does it so smoothly in such short time. It really adds a lot of utility to this team.
And finished off by Bass.
You know, we didn't see too many plays like that when they were digging this hole for themselves.
No, maybe they'll start making up for it now.
It's all about effort and energy and anticipation, and they're finally getting some of that.
It's Crawford with the drive. Just 4 to shoot. Cannot hit. Good work defensively by Turner. Well, Crawford described it perfectly, Clark, when he said as a 6-man you have to come in and force yourself into the game. As a starter, the pressure isn't there as much as you can go with the flow.
Yeah, players like him can often do one or the other. Come in firing off the bench, or let the game come to you, but rarely can they assess what the team needs like Crawford does and adjust on the fly so smoothly.
Well, Jared Sullinger grew up with the game. His father was a demanding high school coach, and the word is that Jared was actually doing footwork drills at the age of 2, shooting regulation free throws by 3. You see how strong he is, and he's got a great IQ and skill for the game.
The 3 from Barnes. It's rebounded by Teague. Outside Turner. Over to the left wing. Korver, no luck. It could go. Los Angeles leading by 3. Omer Ashik is out there with Jared Sullinger. Then there's Kyle Korver. Then there's Avery Bradley. And it's Teague in the 1. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Here's Griffin. Omer Ashik with the rebound. Ashik's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Teague with a clean look. Tries again. They get it back. Sullinger dishes to Korver. Outside Bradley. Teague for 3. And Jared Sullinger picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Paul kicks to Ginobili. Ball outside. And Griffin. Here we go.
That was awesome.
Look out below. Now here's Teague. Shot is off. Nice D from Crawford. And Ashik kicks to Teague. To the middle. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Crawford leading the charge. Nice shot by Ginobili. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. They forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And another thing they're doing is really taking advantage of fast break opportunities, scoring some easy baskets.
And the Clippers have possession, following the three-pointer by Boston. And Paul gets it to go in. And the Clippers lead by 6.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Tremendous stuff from a guy, Clark, we think more of for his passing.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous leaping ability and a surplus supply, too.
Well, that's a great aggressive move and 2 big points, too.
It's tipped. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
Teague, the pass to Bradley. Snatched up. Sullinger dishes to Ashik. And Sullinger kicks to Teague. Sullinger with a screen for Teague. Oh, that's blocked. From deep. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Bradley.
That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
And the Clippers call time here.
Well, you know, the news was mostly bad for the Celtics, but there was some good news last year. They announced they'll be renovating their arena to make it more state-of-the-art.
Brandon Bass is checked in for Boston. Smart comes in for Jeff Teague. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Doc Rivers address his team. It's been a hard-fought game, and he just wanted to give his guys a chance to catch their breath, saying, listen, we're right there. Let's make a push right here, put some pressure on them. Let's come out swinging. Kevin?
Here's Bradley. Goes back up. And Ashik kicks to Corbin. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. And with the Celtics in this building, guys, it isn't falling apart by any means, but the fans have been wanting an update.
And from what I understand, I mean, they're going all out. I mean, the arena turns 20 years old this season, and it's going to get a 2-decade facelift in terms of amenities and convenience. Boy, you wonder what the score of this game would be if they weren't pulling down all these rebounds.
Love what I'm seeing from them in the paint.
A sheet. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Omer Ashik in the poison pill year of his contract now, making about $15 million this season. That money scared off the Chicago Bulls, but Houston was able to find a taker in the New Orleans Pelicans.
Here's Smart, following the score by Jamal Crawford. Smart with the ball, and Griffin picks him up defensively. Bass can't get it to go. Clippers leading by 3. And Ashik, certainly a great defensive NBA center, Clark, with $15 million. That's a big chunk of change.
That is especially as cap conscious as teams are now under the new CBA. He's in a contract year playing for his next contract now. If he does well, it's hard to believe, but his next contract might not be too far off from what he's making right now.
He's just been ice cold. I mean, he cannot find the range.
And here's Korver from the arc. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Matt Barnes is checked in for the Clippers. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Right side, Griffin. In the corner, it's Ginobili. And the Clippers miss again.
Well, he did have a 3-pointer in the first half, but so far here in the second, he's come up empty.
Without question, Manu Ginobili displaying his skills today.
We need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Well, not everybody in Houston was happy when Dwight Howard chose to sign with the Rockets. Omer Ashik found himself out of a starting position and promptly requested a trade from the team. This offseason, he finally got that wish.
Boston making some changes. Jared Sullinger comes in for Brandon Bass. And it's Teague in for Smart. Now here's Teague. They set the pick. The feed to Ashik. Here's Sullinger. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. You talk about Ashik's trade request. You know, after 2 seasons as a backup in Chicago, signed with the Rockets, thinking he'd be their starting center. And I think he is a starting caliber center in this year. Tough for him to take that step back into a reserve role, sure. Paul kicks to Ginobili. Back to Paul. That ball's nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. Ginobili's got his 4th assist in this one. Teague against Paul. Teague, the pass to Corbin. Clock at 6. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Jeff Teague. And Ashik, when he demanded that trade, Clark, he sat out games and practices for a week in protest.
And Kevin, that could not have gone very well with the Rockets or his teammates, or helped his trade value. I mean, that was not the way to respond after averaging over $8 million a year on this contract. If you're cashing those checks, you better show up and do your job.
Sullinger is 3 on 4. And finished off by Sullinger.
Well, they ran a nice play there, Kevin, to set up the easy dunk.
Yeah, he got help from his teammate and ran his man right straight into the pit.
Yep, and that's the offensive player's job. Run him into the screen.
And it was a great pick, too, Clark. I mean, he may have lowered his shoulder a little bit, but he got him pretty clean.
Now here's Ginobili. Following the shot by Chris Paul. Barnes can't get it to go.
Well, he's just launching from the three-point line right now because I don't like his shot selection at all.
Teague with the ball. He's picked up by Paul. Sullinger with a screen for Teague. Savage, that's the way to get some momentum on your side.
Absolutely. Those dunks can really have a deflating effect on the defense.
Yeah, especially coming from a guy out of the backcourt.
And the Clippers call time here.
He just is not happy with how his team is executing. And they've been on the wrong side of this run. It's time for a momentum shift.
You know, sometimes just getting off the court, taking a break, and coming back out fresh will give you a chance to pull together.
Here's Paul. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Chris Paul is really a basketball junkie. When he's not playing the game, he watches all the games. He has a wall of TVs in his home so he can follow multiple games at once. That is fanaticism. And he actually could be preparing for a job in the studio someday.
Now here's Teague. Bradley is screen on Paul. Dishes to Sullinger. In the corner, Bradley with it. And that one comes up a bit short. Los Angeles has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. There's the screen. Here's Splitter. That's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, a lot of people thought and assumed that when the Celtics traded Pierce and KG, they just took salary in return. But, you know, the guys they got proved to be valuable mentors for the youngsters on that team.
And when you trade away stars, guys, and start a rebuilding process, it can't be understated enough that you need to have a few vets to help the process.
Yeah, I think you look at how some players played last year and their games grew. Definitely helped to have a vet or 2 around just to kind of help the development process.
Kicks to Barnes. Ginobili outside. Out to the wing. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. The Celtics with the lead. Outside Teague. Kicks it out to Bradley. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
Ginobili outside. There's a screen. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
In the first half, he was able to get to the line a little bit more. Let's see if he can pick it up here.
That free throw, no good.
Kevin, they can't seem to guard him without fouling, so he's making his presence felt at the line.
Good on the second free throw. Here's Teague. He's 1 assist away from the double-double.
Yeah, we have seen some tremendous passing from him.
There's the pass to Ashik. Using his post move to get the 2 points. And the Celtics lead by 3.
He put that lead pass in perfect position for his teammate.
Here's Ginobili inside. Nobody near Barnes. Splitter kicks to Barnes. Passes it to Ginobili. Ginobili left side. Comes up empty down low.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Outside Teague. Outside Brent. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's his 3rd foul of the game. 58 seconds left in the 4th quarter. 6 on the shot clock. On the top of the key. Kicks it out to Bradley. Over to the wing. Korver dishes to Bradley.
Well, that was really a gift there. A nice steal, but probably a pass that shouldn't have been made in the first place. Well, Paul's got him dropping right now for sure.
Steve, what a big possession right here.
No doubt, guys. You can feel the tension in this building.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Teague up top. He's covered by Ginobili. Griffin grabs the board. And Ginobili wide open. He shoots. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coach is happy with the outcome. This team kept their emotions in check and got it done.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Jeff Teague.